Looking back on the history of engineering missions and Lipscomb missions in general and how they came together, I remember 10 years ago when it all started, and it really started with the idea and the vision of one man.
Summer 2003, after I started working at Lipscomb, one of the things I wanted to do was to figure out a way maybe to mix the engineering at Lipscomb that I've been teaching with missions. It was funny, before I even got started asking around, I had 3 students come to me and said, hey, we want to do an engineering mission trip. And that's where it got started from.
We're trying to develop in all of our students, whether they go on a mission trip or not, a perspective of service in their profession. And the ones that do go on a mission trip get the double dose of that service.
Engineering missions really showed me how I could use the talents that I have to do something better for this world. And I had never seen that in missions before.
What's exciting to me about being an engineer is that the heart of engineering is to be a servant, to help communities grow, develop, to come alongside people that have problems that they're not sure how to solve.
Engineering and missions fit so well hand in hand together because engineers can do things that not a whole lot of people can do. The options are limitless with an engineer.
There's a desperate need in majority world countries for engineers, and it works great in terms of a university with an engineering school because it allows the students to have some very real-world engineering problems they have to solve before they graduate.
I'm one of the project leaders for a project this summer, and I hadn't taken something from paper and actually built it before. So being able to bring it outside of the classroom and really build it and use it and look at what people need, look at the situation it's going to be in, has been a first-time experience.
This summer, in just a week here, I'm going to go to Guatemala, and we're going to build some rainwater catchment systems for people that don't have clean water. And right now there are literally people dying in this village because they don't have clean water. And we're going to try to fix that. And that is a big deal. That has a lot of weight in it.
I've seen God change a community by giving them clean water. It just completely changes their lives.
I've seen God work in me and work in my team and do things that I honestly didn't know were possible.
Engineering Missions has done an amazing job of bringing these partnerships all together, both within education from other institutions, corporately out in the engineering community with firms, and even with local churches.
The importance for Otter Creek and its involvement with engineering missions, we're very much involved in the fact that our calling with God means we're more out in the community than we are here in the church building. I think engineering fits into this perfectly, the idea of the fact that we are the servants of the world.
I don't think I really had a choice as to how I became involved with engineering missions at Lipscomb. I think it was God's plan. I sort of saw it from the top side as it was beginning to become a reality here at Lipscomb. But then I became more involved at the student level, you might say, when I started going on mission trips, and quite frankly that was much more satisfying to me than just the sort of top-down look at engineering from the viewpoint of a board member. We really want to see engineering missions continue as an integral part of the engineering college.
Just that perspective that the Peugeots, they were such strong supporters of what we were doing and had a heart for what we were doing, led us to start thinking about developing a center that would be purposefully oriented towards sustaining engineering missions and improving on it.
I'm really excited about the Peugeot Center opening at Lipscomb because I really feel like this is exactly what God wants Lipscomb's engineering department to do. To have a center here that's their full-time job is to enhance engineering missions all over the world, the opportunities are going to be immense.
We believe that making this gift and making this available to the university, lives are going to change. It's going to help the students in their jobs and in their lives, and they're going to be able to use their God-given talents to help other people just by doing something that they love.
Over the last 10 years, engineering has pioneered the way across campus when it comes to bringing together one's discipline of study and future profession and integrating that into missional living.
Well, I believe that engineering missions have been a key to the growth of the College of Engineering, and in a large measure, it's really what distinguishes Lipscomb's engineering program from larger, better, well-known engineering programs. Engineering missions are really the heart and soul of the program.
A lot of the world needs engineering missions, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. There are so many things that can be done through engineering that can change the world. I mean, clean water is something that needs engineers. Clean cooking is something that needs engineers. And as engineers, we do have a responsibility to help others and to make their lives better.
You know, you've got to have something that feeds your heart and not just your family. Engineering missions and the center and just really everything about the engineering center at Lipscomb has taken hold in my heart.
At Lipscomb, engineering missions was everything to me. It changed my life. After the first trip in Honduras, we realized that we could use the gifts that God had given us to serve not only people locally here in town, but also internationally. And engineering missions gave me the avenue to realize that that was possible and that I could continue to do that regardless where I was at.
If we're looking at a holistic kind of healing for the world, then you're going to have preachers involved, but you're also going to have engineers involved. That's really what makes Lipscomb Engineering Mission so special.